I go la 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 la
What's going on, guys? My name is Everletcher, and today I am back with a Pixagon 3D video. So a couple days ago, I did a video titled 5 things that need to be nerfed in Pixagon 3D, and lots of you guys started to comment, Everletcher, please do a video on 5 things that need to be buffed in Pixagon 3D. So today I have a whole list. It's not 5 things, it's more than 5 things, but I have a whole list of weapons that I believe should be buffed in Pixagon 3D. Just like in last video, today I'm going to be hiding a weapon somewhere in today's video, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. If you guys find it, make sure you comment down below where you found it and what weapon it is, and you can get your comment pinned. So for example, if it's the social Uzis like it was in the last video and it is hidden at 3 minutes and 30 seconds, which it's not going to be, but if it is, comment down below 3 minutes and 30 seconds, put the time tag, and then also put down below the weapon, and if you want to, put where it on the video you found it as well. So if it's hidden on the pet like it was last time, then comment that down below and you might get your comment pinned. Whoever is first will get it pinned. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into this video. So like I said, guys, today's video is going to be things that I believe should be buffed. It's all going to be my opinion, and obviously if you disagree with it, feel free to comment down below. I would love to read what you think about this. Me personally, I put this into a group chat with about 5 people, and we all agreed this stuff is 100% accurate. It would be great to have in the game, and it would not make these weapons too terribly broken. It wouldn't make them bad at all. It just make them worth using. So with that being said, let's hop right into the first weapon on this list. So coming in at number 1 spot, it's not even listed any type of way, but coming in at the first weapon that we have is going to be the Crystal Laser Cannon. The Crystal Laser Cannon, I tested with level 8 mods, and as of right now, with level 8 mods, it does 11 damage to the head and 8 damage to the body. That is going to be players who are wearing developer armor. Quick disclaimer, I know the audio right here is probably going to be a lot worse than what it is for the rest of the video, but quick disclaimer, very, very important, because I know you guys are going to try to slaughter me in the comments. The people that I tested these weapons on inside of this video, inside the gameplay right here, do not have developer armor. These people have silver and they have gold armor. One person wasn't wearing armor most of the time, and I didn't even know that. So the statistics that I list while I'm speaking in the video is going to be completely different from what you're seeing in the gameplay. I understand that. That's because I tested these. The statistics you're hearing me talk about are based off of someone I tested the armor on last night. I did not record that. I just tested the weapons out, got the stats, wrote it down, then tested them again for gameplay today, and they have different armors. I apologize for that. That is a big thing, a big topic I'm going to be talking about in my next video, because that's something that really needs to be discussed with the game, because the different type of armors is something that's just, it's big, it's difficult, it's really weird, and it needs to be talked about. So big apologies for that. The people in the video right now, they do not have developer armor. They don't even own it. They weren't wearing it. They don't own it. One person wasn't wearing armor half the time. So no, the damages that you see inside of the video right here are going to be different than what I'm talking about, because they're wearing different types of armor. Back to the video. That's not too terribly bad given the fact it has like a 99 fire rate or 100 fire rate, but the thing is, when you're comparing that to players who are using cat spam strategies, who are heavy spamming and stuff like that, it's just not very good, and it really can't compete in today's game of Pixagon 3D. So what should they do about it? I think it should get a small damage buff. Nothing too terribly good. I don't want it to be OP, but just something to make it worth using, and that's going to be about a 19% damage buff. That would put it as a 13 damage to the head and 9 damage to the body. I think that would make it just enough to make it worth using, because if you're hitting your headshots, you're going to start shredding through people, but if you're not hitting your headshots, it's not going to make much of a difference. That right there, I think, would be a perfect buff to have on the Crystal Laser Cannon. It's nothing too terribly much, but I think it's going to be something that's going to be noticeable. It's going to make the weapon worth using right now, because as of right now, this weapon's just not worth using because it can't compete with heavy spammers. But that's really all I have for the Crystal Laser Cannon. Just give it like a 19% damage buff. That'll be 100% great. It'll turn it from 11 damage to the head to 13 damage to the head and 8 damage to the body, all the way to 9 damage to the body. Nothing too terribly big. That's just a minor upgrade right there. So coming in at the next spot, we have the Whip with Cake. The Whip with Cake is a reskin of Combat Yo-Yo, and this thing, I cannot stress this enough. This weapon is absolutely crap. This is one of the worst melees in Pixagon 3D. That is because it does 10 damage to the head. That is awful. The Combat Yo-Yo does 66 damage to the head, and if you hit it twice, because the Combat Yo-Yo goes forward then backwards, if you get both of them on there, it's doing literally 132 damage, whereas the Whip with Cake's going to be doing 20. So what should they do about this? I don't want them to make it as good as the Combat Yo-Yo. I really don't. So 200% damage buff. That's going to make it a 30 damage to head, 60 damage if you hit it going forward and backwards. Just put it at that. It's awful as it is right now, so I don't know, just do that, I guess. 200% damage buff. It's gonna make it a little bit better, but it's still gonna be pretty bad. I don't want to be out there, give it a 500% buff. No, I guess just do 200% damage buff. Just leave it at that. Like I said, that's 30 damage to the head compared to the 10 that it's doing right now. But 10 damage to the head, that's uncalled for. It's a legendary weapon, dude. It should not be doing 10 damage to the head. That is a 10-shot kill. That is actually a 20-shot kill because you have armor as well. It's a 10-shot kill and no armor matches. That is awful. So yeah, guys, just 200% damage buff. Just make it a decent weapon. It's crap right now. So coming in the next spot, we have the Last Samurai, another melee weapon. This one used to be one of my favorite melee weapons in the game, and it's actually so sad to see how bad this weapon is. This was tested with level 7 mods on developer armor. It does 50 damage to the body and 70 damage to the head as of right now with the level 7 mods that I have on it compared to developer armor. So this thing right here, obviously, that's not going to compete. That is a 3-shot kill to the head. That's a 4-shot kill to the body and a 3-shot kill to the head, which is pretty freaking bad for a legendary melee weapon. This weapon right here used to be the pinnacle of melee weapons in Pigskin 3D. It was one of the best. Why is it so bad now? So what should they do to make this weapon worth using? I'm going to go ahead and say an 80% damage buff. That'll turn it to a 50 damage to the body, all the way to 90 damage to the body. That is still going to be a 3-shot to the body. It's going to go from a 4-shot to a 3-shot to the body. And then for the headshot damage, it's going to take it from 70 damage to the head, which it is right now, all the way to 126 damage to the head. That's going to make it a 2-shot headshot and a 3-shot body. I think it's going to make it a little bit better than what it is. It's not going to make it broken. It's not going to make it overpowered. It's literally just going to make it a balanced melee weapon in Pigskin 3D, and that's exactly what we need. So an 80% damage buff, that's what I'm calling for the Last Samurai. Developers, I'm sending this video to you as soon as it's published, so hopefully you guys like this. So coming in at the next spot, because that's going to be it for the Last Samurai, and guys, the Last Samurai is one of my favorite melee weapons. It just looks dope. We're going to have the Adamant Spear. So the Adamant Spear used to be one of my favorite special weapons to use in Pigskin 3D. It was just such a fun weapon to use. It used to be so good, and guys, right now, I tested this with level 7 mods against developer armor, and it does 63 damage to the body, which is absolutely crap. That's a freaking 3-shot kill. And it does 61 damage to the... Why does it do less damage to the head than it does to the body? That makes no sense. You're supposed to have headshot multipliers. It does 61 damage to the head and 63 damage to the body. Makes no sense at all. Developers, I don't even know what you guys did to this weapon. I don't even know how to fix this. Like, genuinely, you just have to rework the whole entire way damage works on this weapon because it is awful. It is a 3-shot kill with a weapon that requires high skill unless you're on like a hallway. But if you're on a hallway, someone's going to come from the other side and kill you. And it does barely any damage. I don't know. It needs to be a 2-shot head and 2-shot body. That's all I'm going to say. Just make it a 2-shot head, 2-shot body. Just fix something with this weapon. Developers, this weapon is garbage right now. No weapon should ever have more damage to the body than it has to the head. That just makes no sense at all. Guys, I don't know. When I saw this, I legitimately thought I just screwed something up. And when we tested it 5 times, it was just mind-boggling. I literally have no clue what the crap is wrong with this weapon and why it's like that. So yeah, developers, just fix something with this. I have no clue why it's this bad. So coming in next spot is going to be one that lots of cat spammers are going to love. I never knew this weapon got nerfed to begin with. That is going to be the laser crossbow. The laser crossbow with level 8 modules. That's what I have on it right now. Tested against developer armor. It's 113 damage to the body and 186 damage to the head, which is not bad at all, but that's a 2-shot headshot to mine, which is mythical. That should not be a 2-shot headshot. It's a laser weapon, dude. All laser weapons at mythical level 65, that should be a 1-shot to the head, if not a 1-shot to the body. I'm not calling for it to be a 1-shot to the body. Please don't. I am calling for a 10% damage buff on the laser crossbow. That's going to take it to 204 damage to the head. That's a 1-shot headshot, and that'll make it 124 damage to the body. That is still a 2-shot body shot. That's going to make it balanced. That's going to make it a little bit better than what it is right now, and it's going to make people start using it a lot, and developers, you're going to get a lot of love for doing this if you do it. That's all. Nothing else. Just make that happen for the laser crossbow. So the next weapon on this list is another sniper that is actually, it's needed a buff since it came out. That is going to be the Laser Ninja. The Laser Ninja is one of the coolest looking snipers in the game, and it's been underperforming ever since it was released. The developers, once again, tested with level 8 mods against developer armor. 115 damage to the body and 185 damage to the head. Very similar to the laser crossbow. Once again, 10% damage buff. Please, guys, put this on a 10% damage buff. That'll do 203 damage to the head and 126 damage to the body. 1-shot head, 2-shot body. That's what that is right there. Please do that. Please, please, please do that. It'll make people start using this weapon so much. This weapon has been underused since it came out. It's been underperforming ever since it was released. Developers, this weapon needs more attention. But anyways, guys, we have one more spot on this list. I never did a freaking intermission in this video, so if you made it this far, comment down below, big cat, yellow cat. I have no freaking clue, but just comment that down below. It'll tell me that you've watched almost 10 minutes into this video. We have the anime Scythe coming in at the last spot. The anime Scythe, I tested this with level 7 mods, does 73 damage to the body and 75 damage to the head, which is not terrible, but that's a 3-shot kill no matter what. I am calling for a 37% damage buff. This is a mythical weapon, guys. A mythical weapon should not be this bad. It should not be a 3-shot to the head. That's just terrible, unless it's a primary weapon. Like, don't get me wrong, primary weapon should not be 1 tap into the head unless it's a shotgun. But yes, a 37% damage buff is what we need for this weapon. That'll make it 102 damage to the head and 100 damage to the body. That is a 2-shot head and 2-shot body right there. Developers, please add this. Please add this. If not, at least just make it, just do something with it. But I think what I put right there is going to be perfect for it, and I think lots of people will like that. That is going to be all the weapons I have on this list. That was 7 weapons right there that I think need to be buffed as soon as possible in Pixel 3D. If you guys have any other weapons that you think need to be buffed, comment them down below. I will personally test them with people on my Discord server, and I will figure out the best way to buff it without making it too terribly overpowered, and I will make a second part to this video. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications, and make sure you turn on all of them as well. That helps out so freaking much. And without any further ado, I'm just gonna go and wrap it up right there. Hope you guys all have a very blessed day. I will see you in the next video, and goodbye, my fellow viewers, subscribers. I don't know. Bye.